Hey there, it's Phoenix Amore. Today is the official day that I start to post on my other channel permanently to explain to people as I started fixing some of the things that somebody had been trying to basically hijack in so many words here. Needing to explain to people that it is indeed an awareness that's hitting folks that for political purposes, people were willing to hijack religion. If you remember before, when they started doing this whole thing about changing the bald eagle to buffalo, and I recognized it for what it was. I told you all then. I said they've been on this big Wicca push, right? I made it very abundantly clear. And what I also made clear is the fact that I know some Wicca people. You have some Wicca people that believe in God and all that good stuff. But you also have some people who think Earth is God. So it gets complicated. What doesn't get complicated is the reality of you're in a country that was founded on "In God We Trust," right? So somebody took it too far, right? One nation under God. Somebody took it too far. That's usually what happens, right? When people start to tinker a little bit too much with things they should leave alone. That's why there should have always been more of a division between church and state. There's a reason they said that, so that things like this would not occur. So for everybody who thought it was all conspiracy theories, remember a long time ago, people were like, hey, this dude, this ex-president is actually really more Islamic than what you realize. A lot of people didn't want to believe it, right? And so people get very defensive because you had this black president that people wanted to defend because of skin color, which is all good and well to some degree until you find truth in the matter that if you are a black Christian, understand what I basically presented and what some people were trying to tell you was they were really attacking Christianity. It's just what it is, right? So it's, again, why I said it caused a divide, because you had some black Christian people that recognize it for what it is, right? Not trying to be funny, rude, but then you had some MLK people try to keep it real and say, hey, this is what happened when MLK was trying to do some things, understand? So you see them continually putting out these articles trying to spin it, and somebody said, well, we need to just let them know they were attacking Christians, right? On a whole nother level. Take MLK out of it, right? So what happened to me? My Google Plus profile, because I say God. Do you understand why somebody would want to take down the real Phoenix Amore per se in that regard of get her offline? Because I'm willing to say God. So when I said prophetess, some people tried to hijack that. Oh, that means she's Islamic or Muslim, or that means I'm prophetic. Period. Simplistic terms I used long time ago. Now you understand, for political agendas, because some people feel like if you are Christian, right, you're going to push back on some of the political movements that they wanted. Ironically enough, if you want to look at it for what it is, they basically turned America into what they did in some of the other countries that was like, hey, this made it feel like it was cultural terrorism. So it's very real. There's no conspiracy to what's been put out there. So I just happen to be one of the victims where, because I'm willing to say God, they decided we need to get her out of the way before more people listen. The problem was people were already in awareness. I was not the only one having certain dreams and all that. You got to remember what's going on. So what's happened now when I talk about the veil breaking is it's just been peeled back, where people are like, this is what's happening. Understand now. When, again, I started to talk about it and clarify it. When I even mentioned the fact that, look, I'm not Illuminati. Here's the difference. If you want to know, this is this and that. Period. Right? People get defensive. They get crazy and all that. So that's what happened. People got mad and then they tried to change me up and all that. And I'm like, listen, at the end of the day, I know what I'm affiliated with, not affiliated with. So that's the thing people need to understand. Visit me at iwalkinfinite.com. If you don't see a social media profile that's on that page, it's not me. That's the thing. The other reason you want to visit the page is because you want to make sure you're not following somebody who's not the real Phoenix Amore. You already know they tried to hijack that because they wanted to spin it into more of a liberal twist agenda, Phoenix Amore. Here's the real Phoenix Amore. You all know this now. Visit me at iwalkinfinite.com. You can still go to Phoenix Amore, which now forwards to iwalkinfinite.com, and you can still find me. So it is what it is. You guys have a blessed Easter. Visit my site today. I have a blog up that really kind of just lays it out there as to what this all means for Christians, for Muslims, for Islamic folks, right? Visit it. Check it out. Enjoy it. Take care.